It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Denver...
Bye, Ernie.
We are in the City of Roses, Portland, Oregon, home to the Trailblazers, where we'll be broadcasting today. So the Nuggets win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Hayward. Ricky Rubio is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Vucevic in at the center position.
And Love does so many things very, very well. A great passer, always looking to set up a teammate.
Back to Robertson. Picked by Griffin. And Robertson kicks to Griffin. Pass to Cousins. 5 to shoot. Here's Robertson. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And you'll hear some say the sleeper of that 2015 draft was Rondé Hollis Jefferson. I mean, a fractured ankle his rookie season limited him to just those 29 games. But when healthy, he's shown he can be a force defensively.
To the middle, out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Rubio, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Rubio. It's a pick by Love. And Rubio kicks to Love. Clock at 6. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
I admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open, so get him the ball.
To the right side. And Mills kicks to Robertson, picked by Griffin. Pass to Cousins. Shoots over Vucevic. Cousins, no good.
Gotta make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. Defense was just okay.
And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Over Aminu. Misses off the right iron. Nuggets on D.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game, because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, that one sticks with you for a little while. They worked so hard to hang in there at the end of that one and force the OT, and then to have it slip away had to hurt.
We often talk about how players have evolved over the years, but Brent, what about strategies on both sides of the ball? Where has that evolved?
I think the last 5 or 6 years, what we're seeing is definitely on the offensive end, more of a European style of basketball where we have passing, off the ball cutting, multiple times where the big comes out of the hole, which is the post-up area, Kevin, to the top of the key to be a conduit from both sides of the floor. That draws the whole line of defense up and creates opportunities behind the play. If we go to the defensive end, Kev, that's all about switching. Versatility on the defensive end comes from switching, swarming defenses, and that's where teams are trending to go.
Mills dishes to Robertson. Picked by Griffin. Cousins with a screen on Rubio. And it's Aminu in the corner. Back to Mills. Passes to Griffin. Here's Robertson. They get it back. That one goes in.
Griffin is energy right there, infectious. If you don't box him out, he's going to take care of business.
Now, here's Rubio, covered by Mills. And Rubio kicks to Love. Vucevic to the pass to Hayward. Back to Vucevic. That one goes. Count it. Vucevic has got 7.
You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Picked by Vucevic. Now Rubio. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. A good close. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And here's Mills. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And Ricky Rubio, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates, but I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively.
Mills out there with Roberson. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. There's the dish to Aminu. Back to Mills. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The 11-footer. Griffin can't get it to go in. And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about, but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast, he moves his feet well, and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
And Robertson has it in the corner. Here's Aminu. Oh, good on the three. The Nuggets trail. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Hayward missing again.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a win against the Cavaliers.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably one or two possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
Trailblazers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And Aminu kicks to Roberson. The feed to Mills. They set the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Picked by Griffin. Here's Roberson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
There's tremendous balance with this Nugget basketball team, especially on the offensive end. You can have a lot of players in their rotation carrying the scoring load, and a lot of different playmakers that are out there on their roster.
Wasted no time on that one. Cousins has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Trailblazers. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Picked by Vucevic. Rubio dishes to Vucevic.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Hollis Jefferson. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And as you said, the Nuggets have a balanced roster, and from that, a balanced scoring attack.
Well, a lot of the guys on this Nuggets roster can score some points, so having players at every position who can get you a bucket, that can lead to some great offensive success.
Good on the second free throw. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Mills passes to Roberson. Griffin kicks to Mills. Picked by Griffin. Aminu dishes to Roberson. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. No good that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
Going against a conference opponent, one that outplayed them head-to-head last season, a chance for payback.
Hayward kicks to Love. Back to Hayward. Launches it. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Love. Love's got his first basket of the night.
Kevin Love refusing to give up possession of the basketball after that miss, giving it all he's got down there.
Cousins, the pass to Aminu. Shoots. Portland again missing. For Denver, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Hayward, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Now here's Mills, covered by Rubio. Griffin down low. Over Love. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Credit the defense wisely avoiding fouling.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And we're just about ready for the start.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
Yeah, good things happen when you make...
Portland trailing here.
Terry Stotts, one of the better coaches in this league, but he really does a great job of making sure that it's always about his players and never about him. One thing Portland has working in its favor is that they've dug in with Terry Stotts as their coach. They have that kind of continuity, and he allows these players to shine up here in the Pacific Northwest. That's when the sun comes out.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Ricky Rubio. And it's Hayward. And it's Vucevic. And it's Love in at the force line. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical. You talk about Terry Stotts empowering the players. He respects their independence, Brent, even as he's calling shots. He doesn't put himself above the team.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Terry Stotts has done a great job of establishing great relationships with his star players, his younger players. And the fact that they've been together, I think there's just a greater understanding of what he expects from them, the type of respect that they give him back. And it ends up working out very well for the Blazers.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Hayward. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Hayward's got 5.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Over to the wing. Aminu, no one around him. They get it back. Robertson dishes to Mills. To the left wing. Screen by Cousins. They set the pick. Mills in the corner. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Trailblazers.
And their offense centered around the three-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
Love can't hit.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Couldn't complete the play.
And Mills kicks to Robertson. Picked by Griffin. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
Dishes it to Hayward. Love with the screen for Hayward. Kicks it out to Love. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. Brent, you were known for your leaping ability. You won a dunk contest. We all remember it very vividly during the pre-draft process. Did they measure your max vertical?
They did, Kevin. At the Chicago pre-draft camp, you run through a series of tests there. Your conditioning, how your CO2 gets kicked out. They put this mask on you and check your stamina. There's a bunch of doctors in there poking and prodding. I won't go into detail about that.
Thank you.
But they did measure the max vertical during that Chicago pre-draft, and it was about 39-inch vertical leap, so not too bad.
Not too bad at all. The Nuggets with another miss. And Roberson kicks to Griffin. 1:06 left to play in the third. Mills with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Kicks it to Aminu for the tie. Portland no good that time either. The Nuggets leading by 3. Rubio left side. Can't hit from in close.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Here's Aminu. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Aminu's got 8.
And Griffin spreading the wealth now, showing he's more than just a scorer.
Rubio the pass to Vucevic. The drive by Rubio. And the rejection by Cousins. And here's Aminu. 8 points for him. They set the screen. Cousins with a screen on Love. Griffin kicks to Cousins. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. 6 points here for Cousins.
Well, he's just sharpening up every facet of his offensive game. DeMarcus Cousins is a very reliable shooter from deep.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Portland out in front, up 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Right now, we're playing 10.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Now, here's Rubio. They've got Roberson. Griffin is out there with Aminu. Then it's Mills. And it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Love dishes to Hayward. Hollis Jefferson passes to Rubio. Just 5 on the clock. Right block shot, and that one drops. Rubio's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Well, we've seen some big plays here tonight, but they've been sporadic. That's been an issue.
Griffin a screen on Rubio. Here's Roberson. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
If there's no contact on Cousins, his percentage chances of grabbing that rebound go way up.
And Rubio kicks to Love. Vucevic setting the pick for Hayward. Rubio right side. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Portland leading. And Mills kicks to Aminu. He dishes it to Cousins. Love against Griffin. Cousins with a screen for Griffin. 5 on the clock, and that one drops for him.
That's some incredible concentration there. Griffin destroying the defense and making the and one look simple.
The free throw off from Griffin. The Nuggets trail by 4. There's Hollis Jefferson. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And you have to be. That's the approach you always want. Don't settle for the jumpers. Pound it inside.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Mills dishes to Aminu. Cousins with a screen on Vucevic. Here's Aminu. And that one hits back iron. The Nuggets shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Hollis Jefferson passes to Rubio. Picked by Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Denver needs to get off his shot, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And Cousins kicks to Roberson. Griffin against Love. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Here's Griffin. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And that's now 10 points for Blake Griffin.
Man, that's why they turned to Blake Griffin. Calm, cool, collected, and his team needed that one.
It's a pick by Love. Now Rubio. Gets that one to go off the front iron. Rubio's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
Aminu kicks to Griffin. Over Love. Nails it!
Oh, Griffin with a huge feel for those moments. Easy to see why he wants the ball in his hands.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
And so they foul intentionally. Mills with it. They double him with Love. And an intentional foul right there. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Well, there's no doubt he's known for defense and rebounding, but you have to admire the work Robertson has put in improving his shooting stroke.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
They love to get it into the hands of their best scorer, but you also need a backup plan. Plan B has to be covered.
It's a hand on it. The putback, and Love with a second chance points.
Kevin Love is clutch, and boy, did the team need that.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Rubio dishes to Love. Hayward from outside. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
And Mills kicks to Cousins. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night.
Griffin with 36 and 15. Aminu with 24. Cousins with 24 and 24. Roberson with 6 and 6. Mills with 3. Love with 12 and 24. RJ with 12 and 18. Rubio with 12. Hayward with 24. Vucevic with 27 and 18. 5 more free throws. 2 threes. Almost out.